This is a story that came out on WHYY PBS, and it goes over the opioid plague grows, babies and moms with hepatitis C fly under the radar. Now, I did a story just a day ago about all the hepatitis A that's going on, but as you can see, hepatitis is a big thing out here right now, and you have to really be careful with dealing with drug addicts with hepatitis. It's not like you can just eyeball them and tell they have it. So this came out May 2nd, 2018. I'll leave the link to this article in the description box. A growing number of infants were born exposed to hepatitis C, but fewer than a third are later screened to monitor and treat the potentially fatal virus, according to a recent study based out of a hospital in Pittsburgh that experts say highlights a trend unfolding across the country between 2006 and 2014. So they're saying it's been a 60% increase in moms to be tested for hepatitis C. So I'm not surprised. With drug use, you're going to have a lot of diseases going along with that, and that's why, we really got to be careful when coming in contact with these people. It's not good. I had been out recently and seen a few of them out there panhandling with some white dude out there panhandling for money. He clearly looked like a junkie to me. Of the 10,000 infants born each year in the hospital, Chappelle said more than 300 infants were born to women with positive confirmed cases of hepatitis C. 100% should have been screened, but she said only 30% of those babies receive follow-up care for the virus, her study found. Mothers of infected infants were more likely to say they were struggling with opioids. Hepatitis C, a virus that attacks the liver, is the country's most common blood-borne infection and can be fatal if left untreated, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Estimated 3.5 million Americans have chronic hepatitis C, and this number has increased more than twofold in recent years, a shadow epidemic following the rise in injection drug use during the opioid plague. What makes hepatitis C among more difficult viruses to treat is that many, as 80% of people who have an acute strain of the virus show no symptoms. And I'm sure that's very much the case. That's why I'm saying it's not like you can eyeball these people and know what they have. Among pregnant women, the hepatitis C infection rate has risen 3.4 per 1,000 births. If a pregnant woman shares needles or has sex with a person already infected with hepatitis C and contracts the virus, there is a 6% chance that she'll pass the virus on to her newborn. Babies, like adults, initially show no clinical signs of infection. At birth, the mother passes antibodies to the baby, rendering efforts at early detection before hospital discharge virtually useless. While the odds are small that a mother will pass hepatitis C to her infant, there is mounting concern that a medical community isn't doing enough to identify and treat babies who may develop chronic liver disease later in life, and that the trend demonstrates one more largely undetected complication from the opioid plague. Boy, these people are really getting hammered. They are really, really getting hammered. You see, there's never a drug epidemic and there's not disease mixed up in it. This is really the norm in a situation like this. You know, it's a shame the babies are suffering because the moms are addicts. But see, another thing, ladies and gentlemen, during the epidemic, if a woman was pregnant and she was doing crack, she went to jail. She went to jail for that. But if you notice, these women don't go to jail. Or if the baby died because of the mother's drug addiction, she was charged. But if you notice, they don't mention anything about the mother that does have a child that she passed hepatitis C to. She's safe. She can go home with her baby. Very different, isn't it? Unbelievable. It's just amazing how different everybody is treated. It's a public health issue, y'all, not a crime. It was a crime only during the crack epidemic. And you know what? If another addiction cropped up in the Black community, it would be jail all over again. We know how it works. I will leave the link to this article in the description box, and you can come out and read it on your own. You know, seems like there's no end in sight to this drug plague that's hitting the nation. Please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And if you have an Android device, please go out and get my app that's out there. Hopefully soon, the iOS version will be available. Peace, family.